Age of Rebellion Grand Moff Tarkin Issue 1 sees a very young Wilhuff Tarkin run from predators while hunting them through the Iriadu forests. He calls for his uncle's help, but he tells the boy that he is on his own and he must kill or be killed. In the present, Tarkin oversees the Death Star as it closes in on the planet Rango Tan. Instead of getting Admiral Modi to tell him about the planet, he tells him to broadcast his report to the whole station, giving the men an understanding of the very primitive planet that they are about to destroy. Tarkin orders the super weapon to fire and the gunners power it up, but alarms are raised, aborting the firing. The Grand Moff orders the simulation to be terminated and learns from Modi that one of the gunners didn't do their job properly. He tells the Admiral he wants to see all 165 gunners, and going to one of the hangars, Tarkin oversees them, stopping at Chief Gunner Endo Frant, ordering the man to give him his helmet and push up his sleeves. As the man does so, Tarkin notes that the man has no scars, but as the officer tries to show the Grand Moff a grav ball scar on his leg, Tarkin slams the helmet into his face, ripping his jaw open. Tarkin removes his shirt, revealing his heavily scarred body and telling the officer that one grav ball scar isn't enough. Taking a vibroblade, he gives it to the gunner, telling his men that if the gunner survives the fight, he will be left to leave unharmed. The gunner doesn't want to fight, but Tarkin says that he doesn't have a choice as they are fighting for the survival against the rebel traitors and he will stand and fight or will be killed. The gunner attacks him, but Tarkin makes short work of him, stabbing him over and over with his own homemade knife. Tarkin is suddenly brought back to reality, telling the gunners that under Director Krennic, the station was less than perfect, but they are Death Star gunners, trained to unleash the most powerful weapon, and it is a great honor, and while they performed their duty well at Jeddah and Scarif, they failed to destroy a whole planet, and if they are unable to do so, they should just head off to the labor camps now and save everybody the trouble. Later, Tarkin has an audience with Darth Vader and Princess Leia, demanding to know the location of Leia's rebel base. He says that Alderaan will become the first test of the new weapon's full power, but Leia says the planet is peaceful, offering up Dantooine as the rebel base. Tarkin thinks she is telling the truth, but notes that one of the gunners breathes a sigh of relief of not destroying Alderaan, so he decides to test the weapon anyway, ordering them to fire. The gunners succeed in their job, firing the weapon and obliterating Alderaan. As Leia is taken back to her cell, Tarkin calls for a mission report and the reaction data, ordering his men to bring any of the blue flags in the report to Bay 12. Of the 165 gunners, 6 were taken to the bay, where Tarkin reveals that he put bio-trackers in all of their helmets, and these men are ones that hesitated at key points in firing the super weapon. Gunner Officer Endo says that they did their jobs, but Tarkin notes that he grew up on Alderaan, making the gunner question how the Moff would feel if he was ordered to destroy his home world. Tarkin said that he would do his duty with pleasure. Noting that none of them seem to understand what he is talking about, he leaves them, sealing them in the bay and opening the outer hatch, ejecting them all into space, killing them all. With his job done, Tarkin retires to his quarters, resting while looking over the Death Star's reports. Age of Rebellion Grand Moff Tarkin Issue 1 was a rather interesting issue, since, while it could have taken place at any time really in Tarkin's life, we got a great look at a very small window where we didn't really see what he was up to in parts of A New Hope, and now we kind of know what he was up to. I love the idea of the gunners as well, and it reminds me of an old Star Wars Tales issue that had a similar story with the Death Star gunners on it and them sort of resisting their job. The brutal nature of Tarkin's command was definitely something really interesting to focus on, and it added some great development to a character who wasn't really around for all that long, especially in this window of time where these books take place. I'm going to give this issue an 8.5 out of 10. Hey everyone, thanks for watching my newest video. If you enjoyed it, you might also like to check out my other reviews here on my channel. You can also follow me on various social media platforms like Twitter by searching Matt_FOS, or even join the Comic Multiverse Discord server and chat with other comic book fans, including myself and Joel from Cape Joel. Want cheap comics and trades? Head over to the book depository with the link in the description to get the cheapest trades and comics around, along with free shipping anywhere in the world. Until next time, this has been Matt of the Fortress of Solitude. Thank you so much for watching.